Hello and welcome back. This video we're going to continue discussing fluid balance and electrolytes. The electrolyte we're going to cover in this video is going to be magnesium. All right, magnesium is going to be measured clinically as either a bound or a free form, kind of like with how calcium is measured, okay? So you're going to have some of it that's going to be attached to various organic molecules, some of it will be free circulating, okay? With magnesium, all right, we can have hypo, so we're talking about low levels of magnesium. And with the etiologies, you're looking at diet as being one of the reasons for low magnesium levels. That's going to be similar with calcium. It can also be excretion. So if you have too much magnesium excreted, that'll result in low magnesium levels. And you're going to see with hypomagnesemia that a lot of things are going to be similar as with hypocalcemia, all right? And because of that, all right, some of the etiology, if you disrupt some of the other electrolytes, so low calcium levels can also lead to low magnesium levels. Low potassium levels can also lead to low magnesium levels. So it could be that the deficiency in magnesium is secondary to another electrolyte being out of balance, okay? And one of the other things that can be associated with low magnesium levels are chronic alcoholism. So individuals who are long-term chronic abusers of alcohol, it ends up having an issue associated with essentially being able to extract the magnesium from the diet, okay? So it can be that because of the chronic alcoholism, typically people who are chronic alcoholics are also not paying much attention to their diet. So that results in a low blood magnesium. It can also be in the case of chronic alcoholism, you've got a decrease in availability of the magnesium because of the alcohol in the system, right? You drink lots of alcohol, that inhibits your antidiuretic hormones, so you pee a lot. That increase in excretion and loss of magnesium, and as well as other electrolytes with chronic alcoholism, can be what results in this, okay? So with low blood magnesium, all right, a decrease in magnesium leads to an increase in acetylcholine. All right. If you remember from your A&P that acetylcholine, remember that's important at the neuromuscular junction. Okay. So similar to low calcium levels, low magnesium levels are also going to have some neuromuscular signs associated with it. And in this case, what happens is you have an increase in excitability of the muscle, okay? So it's going to look very similar to low blood calcium in that respect, all right? So that's low. Let's move over here. Hypermagnesemia, N-E-S-E-M-I-A, all right? We're talking about an increase in magnesium levels. It's relatively rare for this to happen. It's going to be more common to see low blood magnesium levels than it is to see high. But just because something's rare doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter it, okay? So when you have high magnesium levels, this is going to kind of go counter to what we had with hypo. With low magnesium levels, we had high acetylcholine. Hypermagnesemia, we're going to have low acetylcholine levels, okay? So with that, you know, again, you're going to see changes in muscle, all right? So in this case, if we've got low acetylcholine, you're going to be less excitable, okay? So it's going to be more muscle weakness here, okay? As far as the etiology, it's going to be somewhat similar to low in that diet is going to be part of it. In particular, overuse of antacids that are magnesium-based antacids can result in high blood magnesium levels. Renal disease can also result in high levels of magnesium because if the kidneys aren't functioning correctly, they're not regulating electrolytes correctly, okay? In individuals who do have renal disease, taking an antacid that has magnesium will just compound the problem because you're adding more magnesium when they're already not working at excreting it, okay? So it's an issue associated with this excretion of the electrolyte, okay? So in this case, decreased acetylcholine is going to lead to more muscle weakness, all right? Hopefully that all makes sense. If you have any questions, please let